What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Wednesday, May 4th, 2022. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. May the 4th be with you all. I hope you have a great day. I hope you're having a great week. Let's take a look at this Sun Uranus that does conjunct today. Actually, I'll be honest, David enlightened me today to something that I wasn't paying attention to, so I will definitely relay the message, but I will say that I heard it from him first. I didn't do the investigation myself. It is Sun, Uranus, Eros. They're all conjunct, 14 degrees of Taurus. This is definitely mercurial on Wednesday, Mercury Day, with Mercury in its home sign of Gemini. There's a lot of thought process about all these different epiphany moments, all these different doors, all these avenues. There's so much. It's like anything that you thought was super solid or just grounded could change at any second. Like, we're in a time of quick, fast, in a hurry change. That's what Uranus does. It's an accelerator. It's always trying to take us higher in life, but sometimes it feels like we're getting like a saw blade. It reminds me of a table saw. If you put wood in one way, it throws sawdust to the ground. If you throw it in the wrong way, it'll shoot it up into the sky. It's just like we could be on either end of the table saw, if you will, of life today and of physical reality. But in all honesty, whatever shows up, it's to show you more about your self-worth, your value, how to get more value out of life, how to earn something of substance that makes you feel so good. With Eros there, it's passion. It's definitely sexy energy. I've been saying that. This is like maybe taking the crazy risk in your life to have a sexier life. Or if you already have a sexy life, to take it to the next level. And that could be in so many different ways, but this is just about really feeling good, being confident, being capable within yourself and the resources that you have to make maybe quick pivots with Mercury and all that Mercury that I talked about. Those quick sort of pivots, maybe not overthinking everything because we still have so much Pisces in the chart. It's hard to think in Pisces. That's why Mercury's at, fall position there. But and Mercury's going slow, getting ready for a retrograde on May 10th next week. So we are at this part of okay, there's definitely exciting things that I can take action for. Mars is in Pisces, taking action, identifying with creativity, with your feelings, with that gut calling right now. And then getting your mind on that same page can be extremely helpful. And especially with Jupiter, which will make that, it's really finishing, but it just had the exact sextile over to Pluto. This was opening up the greatest story of your destiny, and especially about the choices made since 2020. That's a big deal because that's when Jupiter and Pluto met. So we're seeing the first major aspect with a sextile with Jupiter and Pluto. So you're definitely seeing where your story's at and where it can go and how unbound it can be for the future. So it's a big deal. This is showing you your highest character of a lot of the inner guru within you. And I think trusting that and identifying with that and how that connection with the universe is coming through will get you through whatever is shaky today. Because Sun Uranus is shaky. There's a high electricity and we're going to feel that in some way, shape, or form in our life, but it's feeling capable no matter what is shaky around us. You're steady. You're, for some reason, the Chevy, like a rock back in the day. That was the commercial back in the day. That just came into my head, like a rock, but like a steady, strong, sexy bull instead. That moon, of course, is finishing up in Gemini, and it's going to make a quincunx over to Pluto, which will be the first time we've seen the moon make this quincunx over to Pluto since Pluto went retrograde. So it's kind of like this big check on our environment and making sure that it matches with our destiny, and it's square over to Jupiter in Pisces, and it's coming off a square to Neptune. There's definitely a lot of little big things that can shift and turn and go in a radical direction. I think it's exciting, and we can definitely find comfort in the unknown and kind of comfort in the deep dive of life right now because in a lot of ways, destiny is a mystery, and it's about going through the day and just feeling what do you got for me, universe? Taking things as they come, not overthinking, but being quick and pivotal in the moment so that you have an understanding of what is the truth? Because a lot of today is about finding the truth of the matter in whatever this now moment of life shows to you. And gosh, other than that, I mean, the moon will be making really nice aspects over to Saturn for this. So there is this like stability with the trine over to Saturn. There's actually something stable within us if we're able to feel grounded within ourselves and in our own personal life, no matter how shaky or, exciting or shifty it could be. It's just like being in your truth and justifying your life and your environment to what matches the frequency of the life that you want to live and the choices that you've made over the last couple years, and how so much can be expanded. It does remind me of Destiny Expanded, but it's also contracted into kind of like a precise moment of like taking the pivotal insights and going with it and like making things happen, because we're starting to go into retrograde times, and there's still time to like kind of hit the ground running. And I think the Sun Uranus today could also be very liberating if you do get that crazy insight to kind of tinker with life and reality and see what that can bring you. Also, what David mentioned, which blew my mind because I didn't think about it, but damn, was that the Sun-Uranus conjunction, this is the last time we're going to see the sun meet with any outer planet for the rest of this year, any big planet for that matter. It's not going to meet with Pluto till January of next year. It's not going to meet with Saturn, with Jupiter. It won't even meet with Mars. Mars is going to retrograde in Gemini. It's not going to meet with Neptune. It's not going to meet with anything other than Venus and Mercury for the rest of this year. So this is the last time we're getting like this big outer sort of message here. Outer sort of calling. This, the outer planets are more subconscious, where the inner planets are more of the personal planets that you deal with on a day-to-day basis. This is like the last like higher calling. It's kind of crazy that you're getting zapped with today. That's trying to change your reality for a better reality, because that's Taurus. It is top shelf, and you deserve that, but you have to know you're worth it through living in a crazy reality in shaken up times. So, hope you have a great Wednesday. And also, happy birthday to Harley Spencer. She makes this badass tarot deck that I use all the time that I love. So, happy birthday to her. And if you want to support her work, then I think it's like badasstarot.com. You can get this deck, or she even dropped a new one, Badass Tarot 2. And they're so sick. It's definitely my favorite deck. And she's become a friend of mine, and I just want to give her a shout out and support her art, because it's so cool and funny and takes tarot to like a really fun level that, I don't know, a lot of other creators go in that route. Some do, but this one's the best. Gotta know what's the best. It's Taurus season. We got the 10 of Swords in reverse. This is not a time to feel anxious or lost or feeling like we're living in some nightmare. This could be the epiphany of waking up and feeling like you're not in a nightmare any longer, and that you don't have to associate with things that get your mind all twisted. If it isn't worth a high value, if it isn't making your life more exciting, fuck it. We also got the Empress card. Look at that, like beautiful creative energy, like really feeling nurtured and be able to manifest from the soil of this reality that we live. What do you want to grow? What do you want to bring into existence? And how can you expand all the good things in your life that make you feel good? You do it by getting out of your own head of what's keeping you anxious or in this lost in space sort of energy. Get back to reality, get back to what's real and what's valuable, and you're going to start creating it. And we also got the Judgment card upright. Maybe it's Judgment Day. Maybe God comes through in some crazy radical way to be like, hey, this is your resurrection, and it's not about going to jail or some mugshot. Maybe life feels like some mugshot right now. Barbie, have you noticed how tall she is? Barbie's like 6'6". That's crazy. It's not about just feel like trapped by reality right now. This is like liberating you to your judgment call, getting out of your anxieties and creating a life that is nurturing and abundant and fruitful. And somehow the universe might shock that into your existence today. So I hope it does, and I'm sending you all my best, and I hope you have a great day. I'll catch you all next time. Much love. Peace.